everyone. Welcome to watch our live show here. I'm Li Hua from Xinhua News Agency, reporting from the ancient city of Xi'an, northwest Chinese Shanxi province. Now, I'm standing outside the city wall of Xi'an. Everybody knows Saturday is China's traditional Lantern Festival. Every year at the festival, there will be a very big lantern show. So tonight, I will take you to go around and have a look. So I hope everyone here can enjoy the night view of the city. The Lantern Festival is the last day of Chinese most important festival. It is falls on the 15th day of the first lunar month. It's also the first full moon night in the Chinese calendar, marking the return of spring and symbolizes the reunity of family. Now we are entering the Barbican of the ancient Xi'an city wall. What you can see now is a very huge peacock lantern. What does the lantern symbolize and what is the meaning of the Barbican? Now we are having the Mr. Shi, a tourist guide from the city wall. So hello.
Hi. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Xi'an City Wall. Now we're standing at the south gate of the wall. This place, it's named the Barbican. As one of the defensive system in ancient time, if the enemy is coming here, our soldiers could shoot him from 4 directions on the wall, just like catch a turtle in a jar. That's interesting. Well, in front of us, we can see a beautiful peacock. You know, peacock in China is king of the birds, and this lantern is the highest lantern in this year. We can see the peacock spread pride tears to wish the country peace and prosperity, and each family happiness in the coming year.
So okay, let's go upstairs and go on for the lantern show. With the history of over 2,000 years, various traditional customs and activities are held during Lantern Festival, such as watching lanterns and fireworks and guessing lantern riddles, performing folk dances and eating yuanxiao, a rice ball with different fillings. So now you can say the city wall, and I will have the Mr. Gao to introduce something about the city wall.
Maybe so many people first time to see the wall. Xi'an City Wall was constructed in 582 AD, and it has a history of more than 1,400 years. The city wall is 13.74 kilometers long. It's so far the largest and most intact ancient city construction all over the world. At present, the city wall has 18 city gates, and there are 4 main gates: the East Gate, the West Gate, the North Gate, and the South Gate. Now we're standing at the South Gate. In 1998, we received Bill Clinton, the former president of the United States. In 2013, we received the former First Lady Obama Michelle. In 2015, we welcomed our chairman, Mr. Xi Jinping, twice. So the South Gate has become a reception gate.
So now we come to the section of the for pray. Could you introduce something about this part?
This part, we can see this building. You see that this building is named Arrow Tower. There are 66 arrow windows in this building. In ancient time, if the enemy is in this area, our soldiers could shoot him from these arrow windows.
So in this part, we can say a lot of wishes, and the people make wishes here for best, for the prosperous future, or for the good luck. So let's go on. As I know, China has hundreds of ancient city walls, such as the wall in Nanjing, the wall in Beijing, and in Xi'an. But the city wall in Xi'an is still well protected. Now you can see the south gate of the city wall. Xi'an is a walled city, and today the wall is considered as a landmark, dividing the city into the inner part and the outer part. So if you come to Xi'an, this is a must spot for you to visit. So now we can see many lanterns. There's a rooster. So we have the Mr. Gao to introduce something. What does the rooster mean, and what do we put the rooster first here?
Yeah, as we all know, this year in China is the year of the rooster. So this lantern's named the rooster calls for dawn and send our good friends best New Year wishes.
Sorry. The ancient wall surrounds the old city in a large square area. The city wall is massive. The south gate and the north gate are the two main entrances to inner city. So now we can see a lot of different shapes and sizes lanterns. Red color, how about this part? Is I see a lot of different lanterns, right? How about this part? Yeah, we can see different lanterns and some Chinese traditions and the fireworks or something.
Actually, Xi'an City Wall Lantern Festival has been successfully held for 30 years since 1984, and now it has become one of the most popular traditional culture activities during the Spring Festival in Xi'an.
I know this is only one lantern show on the city wall, so the city will have a very long history. So we will have the Mr. Shi to introduce something about the city wall and got some more details about city wall.
Okay, do you find any special on the top surface? Now we're walking on the top surface.
The top surface, right?
Yeah, do you find something special?
I didn't find anything.
Okay, see. The top surface, it has a slope, right? From the outside to inside. Can you see that?
Ah, yes.
Yeah, the slope is used for drainage, the drainage. And the rain.
Hmm. So now it's a time about nearly 8. So it's a lot of people here and to say and to enjoy the lantern show. And the local people are some citizens and some are from overseas. Xi'an's city wall stands 12 meters high and 13.7 kilometers in length. It has a long history about over 2,000 years. Just now I said China has hundreds of ancient city walls. wall, such as in Beijing, Nanjing, and Xi'an. But the ancient city wall of Beijing and Nanjing has been destroyed or badly damaged. The city wall in Xi'an is still well protected. Oh, look, right now here is the highlight of the show. It is a dragon. I suppose it is the longest lantern of the show. Dragon in China is a symbol of power, strength, and good luck in Chinese culture. So we have Mr. Shi to tell us something about the dragon here.
Yeah, as you say, the dragon is the totem of the Chinese nation. And this dragon looks into the distance, delivering the striving spirit of the Chinese people and pray for the happiness and peace of the world.
Yes, very beautiful and the longest lantern in the show. And I can say a lot of children and take the photos. Lantern show is the main activity of the festival. When the festival comes, lantern show of various shapes and sizes are seen everywhere, including the shopping mall, the streets, or the household. And now in China, it's kind of activity is very popular. That is, children may hold small lanterns while walking on the street at night. Now we are walking on the city wall of Xi'an. It has a long history and it was founded in the 1370 years. So we have the Mr. Shi to introduce something about the city wall.
Now we can see this small building. It's named Watchtower. In ancient time, there are totally 98, but now just 14. In city wall, the distance between two watchtower is 120 meters, because in ancient time, the effective range of the arrow was only 60 meters. So our soldiers could shoot him from either side.
I got it. The tower is the function of the tower is to watch the enemy or something, right?
Yeah.
After its enlargement in the Ming Dynasty, Xi'an city wall stands 12 meters high and 13.7 kilometers in length. So I say something about the bicycle rental station.
Yeah, this bicycle. In ancient time, on the top surface, we can see the carriages. It's a city wall. It's so wide. The top surface is 12 to 14 meters wide. In ancient time, it's wide enough for 6 carriages racing together. But now we can't see the carriages. We just can see the bicycle.
So I suppose if you are a visitor or if you want to visit Xi'an and you can go on the city wall and to rent a bicycle, cycling around the city wall. I think you will feel very good and so different or something new, fresh. Well, here is some very cute babies or very cute children, Chinese children, and they are playing the dragon. Different size and different shapes. Now we can say another Latin. It's about the fireworks. It describes the children play fireworks. The color of red for Chinese people is stand for happiness. There's something about fish. Yes, in Chinese, it has a very famous saying, 年年有余, means every year we have the more money or more fortune. So now it's near 8 o'clock. There's a lot of people on the city wall. It's very cold today, but still some people from overseas or from other city to come to City Wall to watch the only one Latin festival, Latin show on the City Wall. Xi'an's city wall stands 12 meters and 12 meters high and 13.7 kilometers in length. And if you want to go around, and we have the bicycle rental station on the wall. And you can cycling on the wall, especially in the evening, makes for a great way to get some terrific views of the city, and also a great way to get some exercise. The lantern's artwork demonstrates traditional Chinese images such as fruits, flowers, birds, animals, people, and buildings. In ancient city, lightning lanterns is a way for people to pray. They will pray for the prosperous future and express their best wishes for their families. And we can say tiger. Yeah, the image is from animals. This is tiger. Xi'an is the starting point of the Asian Silk Road, and it has a long history. Lantern Festival is the last day of the Chinese, the most important festival, Spring Festival. It falls on the 15th day of the first lunar month. And it's also the full moon night in the Chinese calendar, the first full moon night in the Chinese calendar, symbolizing the return of the spring. And also symbolizing the unity of the family. With a history of over 2,000 years, the traditional customs and activities are held during Lantern Festival, such as watching lanterns and fireworks, guessing lantern riddles, performing folk dances, and eating yuanxiao. You know, what is yuanxiao? It is made of rice and a lot of fillings, just like a rice ball. Now we're forward. Now we're looking at a section of the Silk Road. This section shows the Silk Road, and everybody knows Xi'an is a starting point of the Silk Road. Through the Silk Road, China exported the silk, tea, sugar, porcelain to the West, while China brought wool, gold, and silver back to China. So in this section, you can see many lanterns are telling the story of the ancient Silk Road. So we're having the Mr. Shi to introduce about this part.
Yeah, this area is named Silk Road because this year's Lantern Festival we're taking the Silk Road as the theme because the ancient city of Xi'an is the starting point of the ancient Silk Road. It shows us the great culture of the Tang Dynasty.
Now you can say some porcelain. We brought the porcelain. Yeah, we exported the silk, tea, sugar, porcelain to the West. In 2013, China proposed the One Belt and One Road initiative. And in the past 3 years, it has brought so many changes to the people live in the Xi'an city. Now you can see a lot of symbols from the Silk Road. Silk Road is an ancient network which connected China and Rome. Its starting point was in Xi'an. Now you can see a kind of dance from Gansu province, Dunhuang. It's a very famous. Now we are on the city wall of Xi'an, northwest China's Shanxi province. We're watching the very big lantern show every year at the Lantern Festival. It's a very big cabbage now, and cabbage in Chinese means bai cai. Cai means cai. It is called stand for fortune. And cabbage means bai cai. Sometimes people pray for they have a lot of fortune. As we can see here, these food stores are run by Chinese, Indian, and Italian who are selling their local snacks on the ancient wall of Xi'an. This is a kind of snack from India. Now we're going to the next section. This part of lantern exhibition shows the Maritime Silk Road. It is an ancient trade route on the sea, which linked China and East Asia as far as Africa. So we can see many huge ship lanterns in this section. So we're having Mr. Shi to introduce more details about this part.
Yeah, now we're standing at the Maritime Silk Road. The Maritime Silk Road connects Asia with Africa and Europe. And this part is the special part in this year's Lantern Festival. You can see the ship.
The lantern artwork demonstrates traditional Chinese images such as foods, flowers, birds, animals, people, and buildings. In this part, we can see a lot of ships and fishes and something related to the sea. Lighting lanterns is a way for people to pray. They may pray for the prosperous future and express their best wishes for their families. Sometimes, in ancient China, women who want to be pregnant would walk under a hanging lantern, praying for a child. Yeah, this is something about ship. Still, this part is something about the fish. Different color, different size, and different shapes. Now we are walking on the city wall of Xi'an, and you are watching the lantern show on the city wall. Now, the Chinese Lantern Festival is becoming popular in Western countries. People light the lanterns to pray for the prosperous future and to express their best wishes to the families or friends. This is the glorious City War Lantern Show. So that's all for today's live show here. I hope you will like it, and thank you very much. See you